Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and I'm so glad you could join me today. Should be a pretty quick video. It's a follow-up on my upgrade series to the M4 Pro Mac Mini, which is going to eventually become my primary computer. One of the things that came up in a recent video was comparisons of speeds of SSDs in Thunderbolt enclosures. And there was one in particular I was a little surprised. I was expecting somewhat higher speeds. It's a Silicon Power SSD, 4 terabytes in a TreBleet Thunderbolt 5 enclosure. And I was a little surprised that the speeds were so much slower than what I was getting from the WD Black in the Mate Mini that I had recently put in. So I was thinking back on it, why did I buy that particular SSD? And it dawned on me when I initially set up the M4 Pro Mac Mini, I was for the most part using things that I already had around. You know, paid very little extra money. About the only thing that I did buy outright was that Thunderbolt 5 enclosure, because Thunderbolt 5 was so new. So, why did I have that 4 terabyte SSD lying around? And I remembered I had bought it to put into my main 5.1 Mac Pro as the second SSD in a 2 SSD PCIe card. Now remember that 5.1 Mac Pro dates back to 2010. PCIe lanes in 2010 were not what they are now. So naturally, when I bought an SSD for that machine specifically, I was not buying the fastest possible SSD you could get. There would have been no point. It would have been wasted. I never did put it into that machine because the Guillain-Barré happened, and the problems I have of getting down onto the ground. Well, as I keep saying, getting down on the ground is not the problem. It's the getting back up again that's the problem. Well, anyhow, I figured, all right, first of all, let's reclaim that SSD so we can use it eventually for its intended purpose. So I got another SSD. And now I was going to get a 4 terabyte version of the WD Black, but I priced those out. They were very expensive. But I did find on sale a Samsung 990 EVO Plus 4 terabytes. That's very much in the ballpark with the WD. So, this is what I am intending to put in. Well, you all know what an SSD looks like, but we might as well unbox the thing just for YouTube purposes. All right. Out it comes. And here is said SSD. It is 990 EVO Plus. And I really don't want you to get this out here, but we have our documentation along with it. All right. So the plan here is going to be to take the SSD out of the enclosure, put this one in. But before we do that, we should remind ourselves of the kind of speeds that we're getting on that SSD. So I'll be right back and we will do that in a screen recording. Stay tuned. Okay. So what we need to do here will be to open up Blackmagic. Select the target drive. And run the test. And this is where it come up. Now, they're actually very presentable speeds. I mean, that read speed is fantastic. The write speed on the slower side. That read speed is higher than it was. It really is. Okay, but since we're here doing this, we might as well go ahead and do the test. Stay tuned. All right, that was remarkably easy. 4 screws to get the enclosure open, 1 to unscrew the SSD. Very, very easy. Okay, and here we are, Samsung 990 EVO 4 terabyte. Let's see what we've done. Select target drive. There's our Samsung. Oh, good Lord. Look at that. Read speeds are roughly equivalent to what we saw before, but it's the write speeds that's just astonishing. So, yeah, exactly as I had expected would happen, we now have another 4 terabytes of storage here, equivalent in speed to what we were getting from the WD, close enough as to make no difference. So, as I said, quick video this time, but a very successful one. So yeah, the speed rating on an SSD does make a difference, and you get what you pay for. And of course, for the purpose for which I originally bought it, that Silicon Power SSD is going to be absolutely fine, and we will put that in there. Hey, maybe we'll make a video out of that too. All right, be good to other people. They need it and deserve it. Be good to yourselves. We can, we will, we must make this world a better place. But it has to start with be good to ourselves. Sadly, the world is far from a better place now, although we'll keep working on it. So please, though, in the meantime, take very, very good and careful care in these increasingly difficult times. So, quick video, let's leave it as being quick. This has been Broken Electronics.